Well, good evening and welcome back, Delmarva. The EPA recently announcing $206 million that will be allocated for the Chesapeake Bay. 47 ABC's Chris Bronk has the details.
All of this great work that restores our watershed gets done by people.
$13 million of the EPA's announced $200 million in Chesapeake Bay restoration funding will be moving through the Chesapeake Bay Trust. President Jana Davis says that even when looking at the big picture, it all starts at a grassroots level.
People who own land, who want good projects to go on that land, leaders in communities, we're all people. And so without the people part of it, the watershed's just not going to get restored.
Allison Colden of the Chesapeake Bay Foundation says with the funds they're receiving from the EPA, they'll be helping farmers to employ more environmentally friendly practices that will improve water quality.
This includes things like installing trees along stream sides, fencing livestock out of streams, as well as converting traditional crop into rotational grazing. All of these are highly effective, what we call best management practices or restoration activities.
The fight to preserve and restore the Chesapeake Bay has been going on for decades. But Davis says this recent batch of funding is part of a steady trend of increasing support from federal and state partners, but also from the general public.
I think that the trend is because people realize that these natural resources are really good for our economy. They're good for the state. They're good for our health.
Chris Brunk, 47 ABC, WMDT.
Now, the Chesapeake Bay Trust and the Chesapeake Bay Foundation are among the 80-plus organizations that will benefit from that funding. Moving on here tonight, Delaware Governor John Carney signing a proclamation declaring the month of April as Distracted Driving Awareness Month. According to the Delaware Department of Safety and Homeland Security, distracted driving contributed to over 5,700 crashes just last year. It's now recognized as the leading cause of car accidents in the state. Now, that's something that state officials say people need to be conscious of.
And again, with the prevalence of phones and just in-car technology, really just wanting to remind people that when they get behind the wheel of their car, their first priority is on the road and what's around them and being aware.
Now, in addition to the Distracted Driving Awareness Month, the Delaware Department of Transportation is launching its Be Delaware campaign in an effort to reduce road fatalities. Well, Maryland lawmakers passing a bill that aims to further deer population control efforts. The Antlerless Deer Hunting Program bill will allow counties to hold raffles for hunter tags for antlerless deer. Now, the hope is that this will help mitigate crop damage that's caused by wildlife. The Maryland Farm Bureau says farmers typically lose $10 million from crops annually, and deer overpopulation accounts for a majority of those losses. Now, the bill will now head to the governor's desk for his signature. Well, calling all art lovers, the Salisbury Art Space is opening up its new paper intake gallery this weekend. They're showcasing new and upcoming artists from Delmarva, and the theme was artwork on paper. Now, that could include photos, drawings, or paintings. Gallery assistant Rosie Bean says they wanted to go beyond limits with this gallery and that this is a great chance for new artists to showcase their talent and hard work.
We wanted to think outside the box and make something a little different. So we're getting some eclectic work that's coming in. We have some colored pencils, we have some photography, and we have some digital print.
Yeah, the gallery will be open from 12 to 5 tomorrow in the Salisbury Art Space. And if you can't make the Bun Run, which is set to take place tomorrow, you can still register for the Salisbury Marathon the following weekend. It's actually a marathon, a half marathon, and a 5K finishing right here in downtown Salisbury. Organizers say it's a flat course, which some say can help with your timing. Now, the half and full marathon share the same course for the first 10.8 miles before splitting off to finish their courses. The race does require a 16-minute mile pace. If you're up for the challenge, you can register now at runspy.com. That race will start at 7 a.m. on April 6th. And at this time, we're going to throw things over to Chief Meteorologist Rich Wardzik for the latest look at our forecast this weekend. It's shaping up to be a pretty nice Easter.
Hey, you're saying that is very right there, Rob. Talk about 70 degrees here Easter afternoon. Talk about the Salisbury race. There's not a flat course in the world that I think is going to help with my time. So we'll see how that works out. But speaking of the Bun Run tomorrow, before we get to our Easter, it's going to be a great morning, great running weather. A little chilly there at 8 a.m., but the race start at 10 a.m. We should be up to the low 50s, lots of sun. I'm going to make an attempt at that run. I'm going to be with pet reporter Sarah Ash. We both will be emceeing that. So if you're going to be out at the run, we'd love to see you. Come by and say hi. And if you're thinking about maybe getting out there and giving yourself a chance to run, it's a walk as well. You can sign up. I believe the table starts at 9 a.m. You could just show up and sign up. Man, we've had some record-breaking rain, though. It's all timing out great for this weekend, though, right? Yesterday, setting a daily record in Salisbury with 1.83 inches. We broke a daily record in Georgetown, 1.55 inches. And that all adds up to an incredibly wet March. The third, well, more than likely will go down as the third wettest March on record in the Salisbury area. It was a lot milder today. We hit 60. It did come with some decent wind at times, so it didn't feel like 60, although that breeze has backed off considerably here. This is a live look in downtown Georgetown with our Shore Auto Sales Skycam. Temperatures have settled into the low 50s, a few upper 40s out there. Consider it mild. See, the winds have backed off a little bit. Weather Watcher temperatures, Chucky and Lewis at 52. Josh and Marion Station at this point checking in at 50 degrees. Okay, so we get to the big picture. We have high pressure. It's sliding in. That's what's going to keep us very quiet here for this weekend. And no major systems. That's a small area of low pressure and a boundary there off to the west. It's going to be a few days before we get into the next shot for rain. One thing that will happen tomorrow, we start with total sunshine, and then watch what happens in the afternoon. We get some clouds to move in. There will be a couple showers to the north. I'm not ruling out a sprinkle, trying to sneak through here, Easton, Georgetown, Dover, into the late afternoon, but it's not going to be a problem on the roads, of course, and most of us will stay dry. And then we'll do it all over again Sunday morning. Easter egg hunts look fantastic weather-wise, maybe a little chilly, but not bad for Easter afternoon, looking at a partly sunny sky. Let's skip ahead to Monday into Tuesday. That boundary will elongate and head in our direction to come Tuesday. Showers Monday into Tuesday, but it will lift north as a warm front, and depending on how far north this gets, we'll have to watch what happens into the afternoon and evening Tuesday. Unstable air mass, strong cold front heading our way from the west. Could be talking about some storms. We'll have to keep an eye on any severe threat as well. Mid to upper 30s tonight under clear skies. Tomorrow, low to mid 60s. Again, a lot of sun in the morning. Clouds are going to be rolling in for the afternoon. Here's your 7-day forecast after that beautiful Easter afternoon. Low 60s on Monday with some showers. Again, we're keeping an eye on Tuesday. Could be a warm and slightly humid day. You might notice that. Shower, thunderstorm late, and then cooling off by the end of the week. We've got more DSI coming up on the other side of the break. Stay with us.